Hey guys, I'm Woody, this is Piano Shack. Thanks for tuning in. So today I thought we'd do our final video about the Nord stage. I just wanted to revisit the synthesizer section and show you a couple of the features that I couldn't find last time, and also we're going to scroll through some of the presets and see if we can find a decent bass sound, some synth brass and some of that classic polysynth sound. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get started.
Woody Piano Shack.
This keyboard has aftertouch, I had no idea. Listen. Huh. That's cool, I didn't realize that. Okay. Guys, we are just going to scroll through some of the presets today, I think, and I'm going to show you how to do pulse width modulation and the keyboard tracking on the filter, which I failed to do in the last episode. So let's do, what should we start with? Should we do well, we're in the synth category, let's continue. I want to find some nice brass sounds, synth brass, and I want to find some nice polysynth sounds. Let's just scroll through, see what we can find, shall we? Any aftertouch here? That's great. A lot of character there, a nice sort of lovely 80s sound. Let's carry on, see what else we can find. Some leads, of course. That's a nice brass sound. Let's tweak it a little bit. A faster attack, bit of resonance. Very sweet. It's a nice retro, warm, analog sound. I like it. Aftertouch again, you can see, I'm not sure if that's coming out on the camera, but as I press, you can actually see the filter LED opening and closing. That's a very nice detail. Okay, what else do we have? Strange, I'm winding up the decay, but it's still fading away, okay. Let's press on. How does it go? Ah! I think you know what I'm trying to play. There we go. Ah! Okay. Still in the synth category. This is in this category search mode now, so I'm locked into the synth category. We're just whizzing through some of these presets. That's nice. Oh, that's the one I had in the beginning. Yeah, I do like that. Weird. I seem to be restricted with the polyphony there a little bit. Okay. Okay, this is what I was aiming for. Wow, that's a powerful sound, isn't it? That's cool, the splits. Oh, that's nice, wasn't it? Aftertouch again. There we go, we reached the end of the synth category. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Some pretty sloppy demos there, but whatever. I just wanted to have a quick listen to the basses, actually, and I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. There we go, bass. Actually, I do want to show you just quickly how to do pulse width modulation as well. Oh, is that a bass sound? Yes, it is, according to this. But, Okay, tack bass. Nice, nice. Let's turn the ARP off and do it myself. How do we go down the octaves? I go down the octaves. Yeah, I think it's safe to say if you want those retro 80s synth sounds, and this thing is going to do the job. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It doesn't do, I mean, I've got a Roland FA and played with a Yamaha motif and had various workstation keyboards. And those synth sounds, you can just hold down a chord and it swells and it evolves and it twists around, and you can hear like you could do an entire song just by holding down one key on one preset, which is fun, of course. This thing doesn't do that, I've noticed. There are none of these like epic evolving pads. It doesn't really do that so well. But if you're looking for the simpler sort of Prophet 5, Juno synth sounds with a sort of retro feel, then this thing really fits the bill. That's my opinion anyway. Okay, we're still in the bass. And as you can hear, I'm a retro 80s, early 90s kind of guy. We can add, we can make this is, oh, it is mono. We can detune it a little bit. That's nice. Hey, I dig that. Let's see, what else do we have? Some fretless. You know, where did that go? I'm not interested so much. This thing is a romper as well. You can load waveforms of cellos and trumpets and saxophones and choirs and harps and things like that into the sample memory here, which makes it more like a rompler, and you can, of course, select those as your waveforms. That is not really my cup of tea. I'm not so much into that. I'm more into the sort of analog waveforms and these sort of retro keyboard sounds. That's my thing. That's nice. There's your mini moog. cool. Right, I really don't want to bore you, and I've run out of songs to demonstrate things with. Let me show you a couple of the issues I had last time and how you resolve them. Let's initialize this one. Is that initialized? You might remember I was kind of struggling to get the pulse width modulation working. Let me show you how to do that. The trick is you need, let's select a triangle wave for the shape of the modulation, sort of mid-speed. You need to select shape here. Let's put the shape in the middle. The trick is you need to add some amount here. This affects how much of the modulation comes into the oscillator. And this is one of these knobs that has two functions depending on where you put it, to the right of 12 or to the left of 12. And that was why I was a bit confused, I think. Let's see if it works this time. There you go. Even quite extreme amounts there. It doesn't quite sound like a triangle wave, maybe. The other thing I was struggling with, I winded down the filter like this, so it's quite mellow. Okay. What the hell? What's going on now? Okay, legato is what we want. There we go. Sorry, I'd actually put it on mono and legato mode. It confused me for a bit. Yeah, I was looking for the keyboard tracking because often with a filter you want to have a sort of mellow sound at the bottom and then the filter getting brighter and brighter as you go up the keyboard. I didn't find that function. It's one of the shift ones. There's a lot of shifting here. Again, the disadvantage here is if you want to shift stuff, you have to take both hands off the keyboard. Shift. Flip, wrong one. Let's go back there. Yeah, okay. So if you want to shift, you take both keys off the keyboard, both hands off the keyboard, press keyboard tracking, and now we have a filter that gets brighter as you go up the keys. As you can see, it's quite easy just to get fun sounds just by initializing the synth section and then tweaking a little bit. You can get some quite interesting. I could develop this into a synth brass sound, or if I wanted to, a bass sound as well. That's Guys, I think that will wrap it up. This keyboard now has to go back to its rightful owner. I did a swap for a while with my Roland FA, so it's time to take the FA back into the studio, and this one will go back to Anders. Thanks again, Anders, man, for loaning this to me for a while. It's been good fun. There are some other changes afoot in the shop. I'm now returning, let's see, I've sold the Nord Electro. This one is being returned. My Roland FA I will put up for sale because I've got another nice keyboard that I'll be using instead. Now, what else has happened? My Yamaha stage piano has been sold as well. So there's a bit of cash coming in. I'm now rotating the keyboards that we've been reviewing and demonstrating. So stay tuned for a lot more fun stuff. Guys, thanks very much for watching today. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and please do leave a comment because it makes my day when you do that. I'll see you next time. Ta-da!